like you're always getting sick, that no matter what you do, nothing helps? Our next guest says the key to your health starts with your hormones, and he's here to bring a little hormone harmony. Welcome Dr. Stephen Hotze, the founder and CEO of Hotze Health and Wellness Center, along with his patient, Debra George. Good morning. All right. Debra, you were one of those people that no matter what you tried, you look healthy on the outside, but you're always coming down with something, always weren't feeling well.
That's correct. In fact, I was hospitalized with pneumonia. I always had chest congestion, running fever, losing my voice until I met Dr. Hotze.
But what was the answer before you met Dr. Hotze? Because it's the typical thing that we do in medicine, and they would do what?
Yes, I was going back and forth to the doctor, being prescribed antibiotics, only to get well for a short period of time and then to get sick again.
Yeah.
So I was in a non-ending cycle.
And Dr. Hotze, the CDC said probably the next big crisis that we have coming our way is the fact that we have given antibiotics so often to people that when it comes to those super viruses and super bugs, they're not going to be able to fight it. So we got to think twice before we just take antibiotics. And when she was constantly sick, the key is to say, why is she constantly sick?
That's exactly right. And she came in year 2000.
Yes, sir.
15 years ago. So she came with chronic allergies that had led to infections, but she was only being treated for the secondary infections caused by the underlying allergic disorder. So we tested her to determine what levels she was sensitive to of the common airborne weed, tree, grass pollens, dust mite, mold spore, and animal bladders. And people might know about that because right in the middle of weed pollen season right now, and the ragweed and all the pollens are out, so people have this chronic congestion and sinus problems. So you have to treat the underlying problem, which is the allergic disorder. And you want to get the load off the immune system. Her immune system was overloaded with allergens, and so every time which gives you the chronic drainage, and it's a culture media for bacteria, she should get chronic infections. So we tested her then for airborne allergies, put her on sublingual drops rather than shots, and then she also had...
And I take those sublingual drops, and it just, I mean, it's like the symptoms just go away like that. Yeah.
So we put her on that, and then I think we put you on some thyroid as well.
Because here's the other thing. We talk about the immune system. It's not just the immune system all by itself. There are different things that impact the immune system, and one is your thyroid.
Well, the thyroid hormones and your sex hormones and your adrenal hormones and the allergens in the environment, all this can adversely affect your immune system so you can't bounce back and you get secondary infections. That's what the CDC is talking about. All these antibiotics over and over again, you get resistant bugs. Why not treat the underlying problem? Get the immune system healthy. So if you're taking antibiotics over and over again, you got a problem with your immune system.
Yeah. In fact,
so you ought to get the immune system built up and get it healthy.
When I was asked, when I had hypothyroidism, as you know the story very well, and they were giving me medications to deal with every symptom. And I'm like, that's not fixing the problem. But one of the questions I was asked is, are you getting sick? I was the kid who had perfect attendance when I was, went through school. I was the one that had the, and I was like, I was really irritating because I go, hey, did you make honor roll? So did I. Did you get the perfect attendance award? Because I didn't miss one single day of school, right? So it just didn't sit well with me getting sick all the time. But the reason why was that hypothyroidism.
You were hypothyroid, and plus I think this was after your baby, and so the immune system was under pressure because your female hormones were out of balance after that, and that adversely affects the thyroid. Yeah. So we ended up putting you on some allergy drops, and we put you to neutralize and to immunize you.
Yeah. And the progesterone can help as well, right?
Progesterone, the natural progesterone, and thyroid, and good eating program.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, over the last 15 years, how often have you been sick?
I have not been sick at all.
Perfect attendance, girl.
That problem again. And it's amazing because I was constantly losing my voice, constantly running a fever, constantly being congested.
And at first, did you think it's because you're just busy? A lot of us just think, I gotta slow down a little bit, I'm busy. And just, I want to brag on you for a minute. Tell folks one of the things that you do.
Oh my, well that's the exciting part because I am honored and blessed because Dr. Hotze really got my health back up, that I go into local churches, I train teams to win souls, to bring lost people out of the kingdom of darkness into the glorious light of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yes, ma'am. We go into the most dangerous areas, the prostitution, crack districts across America. We bring the ladies' toiletry items. We go in the strip clubs. We hang bling on them. We pray for them. We bring them to church. I mean, we are out there being the hands
and
feet
have time to be sick.
of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you have no time to be sick right here.
This woman, she's amazing.
She's got things to do. All right. One of the other things I just want to throw out there is because we hear these things, I think, more often now than before. You're balancing your hormones a whole bit, but like DHEA and like what that means.
Okay, well, DHEA is, you won't remember, dehydroepiandrosterone, which is a adrenal hormone. The adrenal glands are on top of the kidneys, and they're your stress organ. Your body makes adrenaline. Everybody's heard about that, fight or flight. Before a big game, everybody's pumped up. That's for short-term stress. Your body also makes cortisol and DHEA, which supports your immune system. So it's an important hormone from the adrenal gland. And oftentimes, as we age, we get adrenal fatigue. And that's part of the immune system being unhealthy, is having adrenal fatigue, because you need those hormones from the adrenal gland to keep the immune system healthy.
Your body. Yeah, the thing is, we're outgrowing certain things in our body.
Right, when your body's under stress, it produces cortisol, and the adrenal glands become fatigued. And so you don't produce enough, and that adversely affects the female hormones and the thyroid hormones. So all the hormones work together synergistically. That's why if you just take one hormone, you can get out of balance. We like to give a little bit of each one of them as we mature to put balance, so we have a balance.
Right. And give your body the optimum ability to fight anything.
Right, and that helps improve the immune system. And then you can, instead of getting infections on antibiotics all the time and having all these bugs that are basically immune to the antibiotics, now your immune system heals itself.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dr. Hotze has written 2 books about hormones and hypothyroidism. It explains very well, very easily, so you get an idea of how hormones might be affecting you. You can visit hotzehwc.com/GDH and scroll down to the bottom of the website to get your free copies. All you have to do is pay for shipping. And everyone in our live studio audience is going home with a copy of Hypothyroidism, Health, and Happiness, because eventually it happens to most all of us. For more information on Hotze Health and Wellness Center, you can call this number. It is 888-473-5531, 888-473-5531.